Tyreek Hill speaking some truth there, because as we bring in Omar Kelly of the Miami Herald, welcome back, Omar. We appreciate you very much. This is a timely situation to be talking about Tua. You've been following this as closely as anyone, maybe more closely than anyone. Tua's back, and the thing that I am most concerned about now that he's back, do we believe he is going to avoid doing the kinds of things that have gotten him concussed most recently? Dropping that shoulder and lowering that head into Damar Hamlin, and he's gone for more than a month because of it. Do we believe that he's gotten that message and he's going to make that change?
I think so, because it cost him a month of the season. Basically, this season's on life support right now, primarily because of his absence. This is a very critical stretch for the Dolphins organization. In my opinion, they've got to win 4 of the next 5 games just to be even relevant for the playoff conversation. And honestly, if at this point, considering how much you've invested in this franchise since 2019, the rebuild, the purge, the tank for Tua, the constant payouts, the salaries, the trades, if this team doesn't make it to the playoffs, I think we're looking at a possible reset. So he knows what's at stake, and he knows he's got to stay healthy for the duration of the season. We can't look at this situation like 2021 and him suffer another concussion, which is why it's a little surprising to me that he chose not to put on the Guardian caps.
I'll get to that in a second. You mentioned a possible reset, and I'm trying to envision, Omar, what a reset would look like, since the contract given to Tua Tagovailoa essentially binds the team and the player together for 3 years, including this one, so 2 more years beyond it. Mike McDaniel got his extension. How much of a reset could you really do?
I don't think an extension stops Steve Ross from doing anything, because he's fired 2 coaches on and a GM on an extension the year after he'd given them the extension. This is a situation where the buck stops with Chris Greer. He's been in this organization for 2 decades. He's been at the top of the power structure since 2019. He was the one who started the rebuild, the one that really orchestrated the tank for Tua. He's hired 2 GMs. How many quarterbacks is he really going to get to select? So this is a situation where are you healthy? And if you look at this Dolphins franchise and the organization, where are they good? Are they good in the trenches? No, not really. The offense and the defensive line have to be rebuilt. You've got 2 dynamic playmakers. How have they looked without Tua Tagovailoa? And to me, the big issue is Tua going to be able to play 2-3 seasons without you having to worry about his health? And I think this is a very important stretch. And at the end of the season, they do have an injury set. They do have an insurance policy. So hopefully he doesn't get injured again. But if he does, there could potentially be an exit ramp.
Well, and the insurance policy, I know there's a certain number of millions that are in play. There's an even greater amount of injury guarantee that they would still have to deal with. And isn't it strange that last year, because he went the entire season without a concussion, I almost feel like we forgot about it collectively. We forgot about this issue that we all should have known about. The Dolphins forgot about it because there's nothing in the contract that protects them other than the ability to buy the insurance policy. But it really is strange. We kind of forgot about it. We got over it. We collectively have the attention of goldfish, I think. And then the concussion happens, and we're like surprised. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, this is the guy that had 3 concussions minimum in 2022.
I don't think anybody forgot about it. To us who cover the team, it's always been the elephant in the room. Tua, we know that the concussions are there. What I never understood was the offseason blueprint of, okay, one offseason I'm going to get thicker, I'm going to get heavier so I can sustain more hits. The next offseason I'm going to lose weight to become more of a scrambling quarterback. Like, how does that match up? And as we see, and he does want to be a more athletic, scrambling, by-time quarterback. However, we see the price that you have to pay for that, and I've never supported those quarterbacks. I don't think that's the right recipe, because as we've seen with Tua, you see how valuable a good quarterback is. And for all those critics out there who thought that Tua was a byproduct of Tyreek and Waddle or Mike McDaniel, now you see who's really the engine that drives this whole thing, and it's Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, they've got that offense. It's so fun to watch. It's like 3-card Monte, shell game. Everything's moving around. Who's got the football? And Tua is the only quarterback who can run it. He's the only one that can run it. None of the other guys can do it. And I don't know whether it's because the other guys don't have their, because I think it takes a lot of practice and reps and timing. but Tua's got it down cold, and they've missed that without him. I agree with you 1,000%. And I do remember when he was losing weight in the offseason, I'm thinking, hey, there's that natural armor that helps you, and it doesn't mesh with the whole jiu-jitsu and judo, and I'm going to learn how to fall and not hit my head. And, of course, this injury was different from the ones we saw when he kind of got whipsawed down by the Bengals player and had the worst of his concussions, seemingly. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.